This is a HeadGum podcast.
This is Coffee with Rachel. I'm Rachel.
I'm Chris.
And today we have a third voice joining us. We have the Riley Dennis.
Hey, I'm Riley.
So Riley is a Washingtonian. Is that the proper?
Yeah, I guess.
Is that the word?
Pennsylvania.
I don't know.
And
I'm just a bop. I'm a binge. That's all I am.
And Riley was in Washington for the holidays, of course, and we were like, yo, let's have you on the podcast, because Riley has a really awesome YouTube channel that I've been subscribed to for a while.
Subscribe.
And so, yeah, we just figured we could have a pretty chill conversation about, some important topics,
Things
like, say,
and
YouTube
life.
Culture, sexuality. We got all the topics, honestly.
Oh boy, so
Yeah.
fun.
It's going to be
We're diving
a morsel.
in.
But, so what do you do on YouTube, basically?
I basically make like feminist social justice kind of content. Like just talking about gender and sexuality and all the intersections of that. And just really like any cause that I think is important. And sometimes I talk about other things, but
Yeah,
you're bold. You talk about politics. You talk about everything that's like very
Pretty much,
important
yeah.
that I'm usually terrified to, go into on YouTube, just because there's like this counterculture that's like, we won't even discuss them.
Oh, God.
And they're there.
we were binging your videos the other night, and we were just like, wow, you would talk about a lot of things we wouldn't feel like. I just know that would be like very daunting to try and talk about, but I feel like you get things across in a very concise manner.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
classify your channel as like educational, pretty much.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's become like that.
Yeah, I really enjoy your content.
I very
thanks.
much appreciate it.
When did you start YouTube?
Like almost 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Like January. But so it's coming up on 2 years.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So what else have you been doing on the internet these days?
Well, so my main job is I'm a freelance writer and editor, so I write for a technology website.
Cool.
But that's
Cool.
just Android stuff.
Yeah.
So it's geeky nerdy stuff that's not relevant.
I
to,
knew your text was green. I saw that green bubble, bitch.
The first sign something was wrong.
No, I'm not anti-Android. There's just a couple emojis that they fucked up. Let's be honest.
All right, the emojis are not a strong point. I'll give you that one.
That's true. But honestly, I have the iPhone 7, and it's not anything at all special, and my contract was up, so I had to get a new phone, but I'm mad because I bet the next one's probably going to be a lot cooler.
Well, of course.
And I'm going to always be on the off road, the S level or whatever, the 7S or whatever. So it's kind of sucks, but
No, Android's lit. I got the Moto Z Play right now. If
Yeah.
anyone wants a great iPhone alternative.
Yeah.
It's
Oh
cheaper.
my god, that's not the one that explodes, right?
No. God damn it. One phone explodes one time.
I know.
Everybody gets a bad day.
everybody at Android was probably shit. They got us. They got us there. But it's really just the Samsung people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just that one note. I was supposed to review it, and then it got sent to my house, and I just sent it
Oh
right
my
back.
god.
It was like,
Holy shit.
it was a tiny percentage of phones.
Oh my god, yeah. I bet. Did you see that video where it was people thought CeeLo Green actually had his phone explode in his face, but it was a prank or something?
Yeah.
No.
YouTube prank, yeah.
I know.
I
It
don't
was
know.
a lot. So I hope that didn't happen to anybody. Hopefully it just exploded on your desk and nothing was a big deal.
Yeah.
I guess we should talk about the coffee and the fact that Riley doesn't like coffee,
Yeah.
which we have discovered.
Wow.
We've already dragged. It's
Roasted
fine.
already.
Yeah,
Roasted
so
these beans. So what do you have? I didn't even catch which of our big tea selection.
Lemon tea?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Super fancy.
Nice
High
thing.
we have decaf Trader Joe's going on right now.
Because clearly I need to calm down. Also, I have to get up early, so I'm okay, let's not make it worse. Because last night I stayed up way too late reading the end of Order of the Phoenix, and I'm really upset because my favorite character's already gone. So, cool. Still got 2 more books.
Yeah, it's
I'm
getting
reading
closer and
it for the
closer to
first
the
time.
end.
For the first time?
Yeah.
You're a little
I would say so, yeah. I don't know
That's
why.
great, though, to get to have that experience, a little child all over again.
And then I'm rereading them after she's done with the book, and so
Yeah.
I'm just living because
I'm,
I'm just
passive.
anytime, it's good. I can read this again.
Now, I called Sirius. I was he's too happy in this book. There's too much of him in this book for him to not
Yeah.
die. So
Yeah.
it happened. But I didn't know, the context or anything. And It was emotional.
You feel it?
Right. And then we literally I didn't turn the book off, I closed it. And then we were like, alright, let's watch the fucking movie, because I had to see it happen, which was worse.
Yeah.
Because I really like Gary Oldman as Sirius.
Yeah, it was
I didn't
really
even
good.
recognize it was him at first, so whatever.
I have a fact here,
by
the way. This fact is titled Beans for Boobs. And it says,
okay.
if you rely on smell alone, you might be missing out on some of the health benefits of drinking coffee. For instance, a 2015 study found that drinking higher rates of caffeinated coffee may be associated with lower risk of breast cancer among postmenopausal women.
Okay.
So, hey.
Good to know.
Something to keep in mind for when you're postmenopausal.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there seems to be many studies that we have found that have positive effects to coffee.
I think they're just like trying to make it okay that we all drink this
It's like
thing.
that one time you hear someone being like, dark chocolate's good for your brain or for your heart or where the hell it is.
It's good for something.
Yeah, and like you would just hear that over and over again because we have to justify our vices.
Yeah, listen, I don't even have to justify it. It's just, it's a way
It's a
of my
necessary
life.
cause.
I am that Gilmore Girls fucking stereotype. I'm Lorelai asking for the coffee. Well, that's good to know. So anyway, let's get into the meat and potatoes. Even though you don't eat meat, which I found out. I feel like that's like my new conversational piece. Is like, oh, so do you eat meat? Because it's like you have to ask
That's
that.
your conversation, like your icebreaker.
Yeah, because it plants a lot of things in my mind already. Like anytime I'm gonna like take you out to dinner, I know where I'm gonna be. You know,
We have to know where our choices are. I mean,
my two things are like, are you allergic to cats, and do you eat meat? Or just like, do you have a food allergy? Because I like to think ahead. You don't want to take a lactose bitch like myself to the milkshake factory. Let's not do that.
the Milkshake Factory, that's a new one. Is that a
My
Cheesecake
favorite place.
Factory offshoot?
Yeah, they still have that bread bowl too, like the
With a
different types of
milkshake.
bread. Yeah,
Exactly.
Ooh, I love to dip my bread in my milkshake. No, I really don't.
Hey, don't drag that. I used to dip French fries into my Frosties at Wendy's.
That's not bread.
It's
It's a
similar.
carb.
It's a carb.
Yeah.
You get me.
Were you into that? Are you a dipper?
No, that's just potatoes and ice cream. Like, what?
Is that just? I don't know.
I don't know.
It just seems weird.
I feel like it's a white trash thing, and that's just essentially what's happening. It's like that picture of the person's like, you live in Pennsylvania when, and it's a picture of someone pouring milk into like a jar of coins. Like, what? I've never heard of
Is that
before.
relatable?
It probably is to someone out
Because
there.
we just put milk on everything.
Maybe
What?
that's the joke.
That's the joke, is that we just have like
Is that a
milk
thing?
and dairy and like everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. My childhood was sponsored by dairy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, on to more topics that I can actually digest. Get it?
So I guess we should maybe mention that, earlier today, Carrie Fisher did pass away.
I'm
Yeah.
upset about this.
Yeah, I'm really upset. Like, not only was she a fantastic actress,
Yeah.
but she was a great spokesperson for mental health issues, and she spoke openly about that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was just really sad to see, like so near the holidays, and like
That must be fucking awful. And 60 is like, it's just
it's
not-
pretty young, yeah.
This year has been
It's been a wild
a
ride.
year.
I saw somebody shared a picture of a book that it's called like. I forget the name. It's something like "Fuck You 2016" or something like that, or like 2016 is the worst year. It's like actually a book that you can buy, and it's just like I don't know what it's about. Does it like tell you everything bad that happened this year?
Can you
Like,
imagine
Someone like
reading that?
capitalized off that really quickly.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
they
kind
did.
of
Like,
fucked up.
the year ain't even over yet, and there's already a book about how bad it is. Like,
It's one for the books, I would say. I'm just like, we personally, in our lives, 2015 was like the year from hell, and so we were like really hopeful for this year, and then it flopped as well, I would say.
Yeah.
yeah, it did not turn out well.
Yeah, no, I think it's tricky, like, separating your personal life from, like, everything going on in the world. Because, like, for me, things have gotten better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Life personally is good, but
as
then
a
I see the whole world crumbling around me, and I'm like, okay.
It was the sacrifice for you. Let's not put that on yourselves, but
Oh, God.
I mean, I'm still optimistic about 2017, even though I know like it's closer to inauguration and all that. So it's like part of me is still hopeful, but then part of me is like it's gonna be a ride.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't know.
not
I
ready.
lost like a huge chunk of hope, like in November. Like leading up to
Oh,
that,
yeah.
I was like, I don't know, we got this. Like change is possible. Like everything's gonna be fine
Yeah.
eventually. And then I don't know, it was just all gone like really quickly.
Yeah, I mean, once the news keeps rolling in about who's hired for what, it's just like another well, this fucking sucks.
It just gets worse and worse. It's like he's trying to make it as bad as possible.
It's really, I think he's playing the game. Like, he's really trying to just make it like, who is the worst possible person?
Well, people are going to write about this historically, and that's what he wants. He wants that fucking notoriety and fame.
Oh, yeah. No, he'll have entire textbooks about how hard he fucked us over.
Yeah, and like how not to be a president. Probably.
If he was going for one thing, it's fame, and he's definitely doing something to make his name like in the books for in the future. Just sacrificing the country.
Won being who he was, you know what I mean?
It still blows my mind. Like, I literally still wake up and I'm like, that's not real. Like, that didn't happen.
It's like, it doesn't feel real, but at the same time, it feels so right.
Yeah.
Like, this is so what would be happening at this point in our lives, especially in America. Like, just how we've been, like, so obsessed with reality TV, so much so that now it, like, transcends into politics. Like, it's just so
it really is
ridiculous
reality
and
TV.
dystopian feeling.
Yeah, legit, though.
It does feel like a young adult novel.
God.
Maybe not young adult.
We're getting there. We're getting to the dystopia. We'll soon be broken up into districts.
That must be why, like, that kind of literature has been so popular as of late. Like, I know it's always been written about that,
Yeah.
but, like, I feel like as of, like, the last 5 years, the amount of books and series that have been dystopian, like, America's gone, like, the Statue of Liberty's always, like, halfway submerged into a mountain, like...
I want to see sometime, the Space Needle, like, being submerged into the Puget Sound. That's what I want to see sometime. Let's make a movie about that.
That's how Grey's Anatomy will end. That's it's happening. And if it doesn't, then I'm writing to Shonda, and I'm going to be like, listen, this is not my vision.
Oh my god, I wish we could get cast on that in as a victim.
Oh yeah, I would love to be extra.
A victim, it's not vampire, it's like a fucking patient.
I can scream. I can scream and cry a lot. I'm a Pisces. So I think I'm like the ideal candidate for like extra background work.
Yeah.
Especially in like a scene like that.
What kind of TV do you watch?
Yeah, that's the real judge of things.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Or are you not a TV person?
Like, not like real TV, but like streaming things. Like, I've been watching a lot of Netflix and shit.
Oh, well, yeah, that's kind of what we mean. Not
I'm a millennial. I don't own a TV. Like.
Yeah. We haven't had cable since like we moved out of our parents' house, honestly.
Same. I think I had cable in years.
They're all getting swindled with these, bills, I'm assuming, are like...
Yeah, right.
I talked to my dad on the holidays, and he was like trying to find like National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation on TV, and he was telling me, yeah, we got DirecTV, and like there's so many channels that I can't even find it. I was just like, I don't have that problem. I've got like Netflix and then Amazon Video, and like that's it basically.
Yeah, we do have like a antenna so that we can get the news and watch like when the president speaks and stuff.
Antenna?
Yeah, like it looks very
throwback.
It's like that black thing over there, but
it's that black thing points to like 17 different black boxes.
Yeah, sorry, my whole console. That's fine. But yeah, we get ABC and all the classics. Oh, wow. Just in case, like
all the acronyms.
I just think like if the world is crumbling and like Netflix is down, and I'm gonna want to know. Like,
that's the true sign that the world is crumbling. Netflix is down.
They don't go down very often.
It used to. Now it's like she's solid.
Yeah, I'm into it. Honestly, I need stability in my life.
So you don't watch any shows?
Yeah. Do you? So I've been like with my girlfriend. So my girlfriend lives in London, and so there's like an 8-hour time difference. So like as I go to sleep and she's waking up, we like watch a show together.
Oh, that's fun though.
Yeah, it's cute. But so we've been watching like all the Marvel stuff. Like we watched Jessica Jones. Now we're watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And like it takes a while because like we're only watching like maybe one show a day. Yeah, and there's hella like after we're done with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., like we're gonna watch Luke Cage. And like, there's just so many within that like universe.
They're gonna add, I wonder, like the movies too, like Captain.
I feel like there's
because everything ties in. It's trippy.
When are they gonna have Jessica Jones in like an on-screen movie? I'd be very
I'm so down.
there for that.
Yeah,
which I would say she's my favorite Marvel character as of late.
She was amazing. That show fucked me up so bad.
Yeah,
it was so good. I can't wait for the second season whenever
I
that
would rewatch
happens.
that before because I kind of need to brush up. Oh man, and Kilgrave, he really fucked me up. I can never look at him the same.
Nah, yeah. My later, like after we watched Jessica Jones, I went to my girlfriend's and she was like, "I have to make you watch Doctor Who because you're in England." And then I was like, "It's the guy, it's the guy from Jessica Jones." Like, no, that's
he's controlling your mind.
Yeah. She's like, "No, he's the Doctor. He's fine." I'm like, "No, he's a fucking terrible guy."
I I know. I feel like I get so burned by villains and things. Like, I usually like the villainous characters, but like if they're just truly like evil and there's no redeeming qualities, I'm like, I can't look at you the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we watched a show that we've talked about here before, The Affair. It's on Showtime, and it's just about like an affair. But like the main dude, arguably Noah Soloway, I could never see. If I saw that actor in real life, I'd be like, "You're a fucking asshole."
Well, I wouldn't say it. I'd be like, "Oh man, that's him."
Yeah, like he.
If he's in anything else, I'm gonna be like, "Oh fuck." He's like my most hated male character on television right now. Sure. But now they're trying to make me feel for him, and it's kind of low-key working. They're tying in a whole plot right now that I'm like, oh man, it's very complicated. It's a very like family drama, but it's like very dark, not like Parenthood or something like that.
Yeah,
that's a little bit lighter.
I don't know. I've been so in the like comic world because then I also started watching Supergirl, and now I feel like I have to watch all the DC things.
I need to watch that just because I know that there's queer women.
There's
so
queers,
it's like I always sign myself up. I'm like, I don't even care if I'm interested. I just gotta.
That's the only reason I was watching Supergirl, because I saw like literally the way I choose TV shows is like queer women pop up on my Tumblr feed, and I'm like, guess I'm watching this show.
Yeah. That's literally how I do it too.
Yeah, and then if it's like it doesn't show up until the second season, until the whole first season, I was just like patiently waiting.
Yeah. And like before I was out, I would still do that, and I was like, why do I do this? Like, why am I always like, so those two people have a relationship? Well, I gotta see this. That's great that they're doing that. Groundbreaking. I fucking love this. But it's one of the girls from Supergirl is actually Meredith Gray's sister. That rip.
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
So I'm like even down for that because she's beautiful. So.
Of course you would recognize that. Watch any show. You're like, you're IMDb. You're literally like, I've seen this actor before on like 2 episodes of Vampire Diaries 7 years ago. Like,
you don't. It could be anything. It just can't be like Law and Order because everyone's been there.
Yep.
It's not like I've probably been on Law and Order and I didn't even know. Like just in the background. Like we should all have a credit for that. I feel we've all made a little piece of that show.
Oh my god.
Oh shit.
So what else are you guys watching besides The Affair?
I mean, what are we watching?
Yeah, we're pretty trash. I mean, we just finished, or not finished, it's literally 1 episode. We watched the Sense8 Christmas special.
Oh man, Christmas. I want to see that so badly. I loved Sense8.
You gotta watch
I haven't
it.
seen it yet.
Fantastic.
I just haven't had time. It's like 2 hours.
Yeah. We were watching it and we didn't realize, and we got an hour in and we were like, I have to pee. And then we looked and it was 2.
Yeah, I had like an hour to do something and I was like, I'm gonna watch it. And I pulled it up and it was 2 hours and I was like, God damn it.
It's fucking great when you have the time for it.
Yeah, I loved Sense8.
I forgot how much I loved that show until we watched that.
Yeah, I was sad that I forget his name in the show, but the guy that's in Nairobi, that's with the Van Damme, like he got recasted.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
And I had no idea. I was like, why are they shading his face so that we can't see him? And then he was like, you look a little different. And then they finally showed it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, they're like doing that kind of thing when you recast, and everyone's like, what's going on?
Did they talked about it?
They kind of paid homage to it. But he apparently was just like causing problems. I guess I don't know. But I was.
Or there was like some fight in between producers and him, so I don't know what exactly happened.
I liked his character, so I'm glad that or not just like killing off a character or something.
Oh my god, yeah, they
you
couldn't
don't
do
have
that.
Perspective, yeah.
Okay, so we're just gonna hop into some questions here. First one's from our subreddit, which is our Coffee with Crachel.
Yeah,
and
just joke that out, Chris.
Yeah, I'm like suddenly phlegm everywhere in my throat. So like,
please title this "Suddenly Phlegm." That's absolutely the title.
Okay, so the question is, if you could switch lives with any YouTuber or celebrity for a day, who would it be? So I feel like we should do YouTuber and then celebrity, because YouTubers aren't celebrities, guys.
Wait, so who is this? Who I'd fuck?
No, who you'd switch lives with. It's not always a fuck, marry, kill, alright? It's not always.
My whole life is that. Okay, who would I switch lives with?
I'm gonna say that I would switch lives with...
Let's do YouTubers first.
Yeah. I'll switch lives with PewDiePie because I just want to know, like...
Original.
what it's like to have that large of a following and know what the hell he does on a day-to-day basis. And also just, like, have this, like, contempt for your audience where he's just, like, he doesn't give a fuck. Like, he's just, like, whatever.
God, I would probably switch lives with, like... Byron Talbot. His kitchen alone. is just what I kind of want in my life. He's a food YouTuber, and he makes very beautiful, like, aesthetically pleasing cooking
just to play
videos.
with his tweezers that he has.
Yes,
He has his
these,
fancy
like,
tweezers.
stainless steel tweezers that he, like, perfectly twirls pasta with, and I'm like, I just want to be that person, so that's my pick.
Who would you switch
I don't
with?
know. Probably, like, Hank Green. Just 'cause I want to see what it's like to, like, I don't know,
Have
own
17
all of those
million
things.
projects.
Yeah. To
Like,
be doing all those things at once, like, what is that even? How?
Imagine
like,
you
I
trying to
can't
plan
comprehend.
VidCon.
No. That's why it would be a day, because I just, like, get a glimpse of it and be like, I'm out.
Yeah.
I can't do this.
Confirmed, not great.
Okay, so how about a celebrity that you'd switch lives with?
Okay, David Attenborough.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
that's
he's the
great.
guy that narrates all the big, like, nature movies. And
Like
he's
Planet
out
Earth and
there
stuff like that.
doing
Yeah.
it, and I want to be out there seeing these snakes act like no one's ever seen on camera.
That's just that was a great choice.
Thanks.
Damn it.
I know.
I'm gonna pick. I'll say I don't know. I'll pick somebody fucking random like Christopher Nolan, just because
He's
like,
so random and unrelatable, Christopher Nolan.
well, like I don't know. He's a fucking director. Like I would pick him because he's a credible fucking dude, and he's got. I want to know how his mind works because he comes up with like some really fucking weird movies, and I want to know how he gets there.
Okay.
Inception. I still like what really happened. Maybe I can see his mind and know what happened in Inception.
I feel like you would also switch places with Leo so that you could go save the Earth.
True. I was thinking about that. Yeah.
Or, like, fucking, the guy that gets really excited about thunder.
Oh my god, Jim
Jim
Cantori! Yeah, Weather Channel. Alright, I'm doing
Nobody
that.
knows
Who
the
gets
fuck he is.
excited about the thunder?
There's this viral video, I mean, it's probably not viral, maybe it
No,
is.
it is, yeah.
Okay, and he's like, it's thundering and snowing, and apparently that's like a big deal in the meteorology community. He's got a meteorology degree, so that's why.
Yeah.
And he's just, you gotta watch it.
He's screaming. He's like, yeah, that's another one!
It's
And he's
pure
like fist
joy.
pumping in the middle of the snow. Like,
it's something to be seen.
honestly, that's how everybody would feel at school when like it would do that every once in a while.
Yeah,
Like
they were
everybody would be like,
fucking
"Oh my
nerds.
god, it's amazing!"
It was like drizzle. They're like, "Wow, that's precip! Like, what's happening right here on our lawn?"
Push his glasses up like.
Yeah,
I had no idea there was such an intense meteorological community.
who knew? I'm like, do I need to wear a jacket? That's all I need to know.
Yeah.
That's all she wrote.
So do you have a celebrity?
I'm just like completely blanking on like everyone I could possibly think of. So the only person who's coming to mind is Will Smith because I've always just been a huge Will Smith fan. Because
Go with your gut. I mean, fuck. Also, Ina Garden. I don't know why I didn't say
Oh
that.
my god!
I
Literally anybody on the Food
anyone
Network.
on the Food Network. I just want to be in that kitchen set, and see it from their side. You know?
Oh my god! Who is the guy? Oh, I don't think he works there anymore. But like the head up producer that used to be on like
That lizard.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Lizard?
fuck! I forget
There's
his
something
name.
vaguely reptilian there. I don't know. It's probably not true, but I don't know.
Tushman. That was his last-
Tushman,
Tushman. Yeah.
Classic Tush.
I want to be him.
Alright, so you have another question?
So I've got a question from our email, which you can always email us at coffeewithchrachel@gmail.com. And this says, I have a pretty long question. I apologize in advance. I'll also probably say way too much. Sorry. I'm 18 and from Maryland, and I've been seeing a guy who's 23 and from Pennsylvania.
Whoa, who is she?
Whoa, this is getting close to home, guys. He's super sweet and so supportive and all around amazing, but after almost a month of dating, he broke up with me, and he said it was mostly because he's not physically attracted to me, but he really loves me and thinks something is wrong with him. He struggles with depression and has a few relationship problems. Anyways, he keeps treating it like we were still a couple in a relation, and the relationship isn't defined. I'm spending Christmas with him and his family, and we also see each other all the time. I don't know what to do because I want to be with him, but I feel very selfish. I also keep pushing myself to change my body's appearance to be with him. If you could offer any advice, that would be great. Thank you so much. I'm sorry again, I got so phlegmy in the middle of that question. It just came out of nowhere.
Once he sees a lot of like text, he's like, alright, the phlegms are
All right,
open.
the throat closing. Bye.
I mean, that's like a tough decision or situation to be in, not decision.
Yeah,
Fuck.
I mean, if you are like attracted to somebody for like their personality, you know, like for who they are as a person.
Like, that should be there, like, to make any relationship successful.
And you're definitely not selfish in any way, shape, or form for, like, you know, wanting to have clearly defined, like, what the hell is going on in this situation. You know, that's not selfish at all. You need to know, like, your feelings are being hurt right now, and you want to know, like, is this a serious relationship, or are we just friends, or where exactly does everybody stand in this? So I think I would personally say that, you know, to just have, like, another conversation. I don't know how long ago this really happened where he broke things off, but to just have a conversation where you just sit down and really talk about, like, are we still in a relationship? Like, I still really like you, like, or just kind of set the boundaries of where you guys are.
Yeah. I would say, like, just definitely trying to preface it with, like, how is making you feel to have this kind of, like, uncertainty. I feel like, you know, that way it doesn't seem, like, accusatory or, like, you're like, oh, let's define things. Like, if it's just like, yo, like, this kind of uncertainty is making me feel anxious and uncomfortable, like, I mean, I don't think he's going to be upset if you, like, voice that feeling. You know what I mean? It takes the pressure off him because it's, like, more of, like, how it's impacting you, and you just want, like, resolution, essentially. But
yeah, I think I'd also be really careful because it's a very common like abusive technique to tell your partner that you don't find them attractive.
Yeah.
That happens in a lot of abusive relationships where they'll, like, kind of force the other person to change for them.
Yeah.
And it's really unhealthy, and it's like, but it's surprisingly effective because you feel like you need to please this person, you have to change yourself to make them feel better. And so I would just be careful, like, don't, like, never think that you have to change your appearance to make this person feel better. Like, clearly he's going through his own problems and has, like, things that he needs to work out himself. Yeah. But don't feel like you're being selfish for it. Like, you deserve to have someone who finds you attractive. Mm-hmm. And I don't want you to settle for someone who's not treating you the way that you should be treated. Because even if they're going through their own issues or whatever, it doesn't excuse that kind of behavior. Yeah. And, like, I don't want to make any blanket statements like he's clearly abusive or whatever. But, like,
we don't fucking know.
Yeah, we don't know anything really about this. But so make your own call. But I'm just... be careful of that. It's a really easy thing to fall into, and I hate to see it happen to people, so just, like, be wary of it.
Yeah. Because you shouldn't have to fucking feel like you need to, like, change anything just for... You should want to change things if that's, like, what you've been wanting to do yourself personally.
And then if they want to, like, support you in that, then, like, that's awesome, but not the other way.
Yeah, that's fucked up. But, you know, give us an update, honestly. We love it when people actually, like, come back and they're like, so here's what fucking happened. Your advice sucks.
Honestly, though, like, let us know. Like, did we not do... I don't know. Did we not do it right? Did
give
we
us
fuck
an
up?
iTunes review. Just kidding.
Like, they ruined all of my relationships.
That's 1 star.
Okay.
So someone asked, Dark Coffee with Rachel, tell me about the bad coffee. So I feel like we've all had a bad coffee experience. You
all of the coffee?
Oh my God.
Bad coffee experience.
And you worked at Starbucks too, so how did you handle, you know, in the beginning when you're training, you have to, like, taste everything?
Yeah, we had, like, a little passport and had to, like, fill out all the things and, like, explain what was different. I didn't fucking know. I just asked the person next to me. I was like, what is it? Like, it tastes like shit, like the last one. And they're like, oh, it's, like, more earthy. And I'm like, okay.
You heard it here first. Riley said coffee tastes like shit. And that's just not okay.
To be fair,
I'll leave now.
Starbucks, like, Starbucks roast black, not impressive.
Yeah, Pike's Place, nah.
Pike's Place
not a place I want to be.
And then we moved here and I was like, well, here. So it's right there. Who knew that was actually a place, you know? Back in Pennsylvania.
But worst coffee, I mean, I don't know.
I've had some bad coffees.
I've had some that have been just, like, really acidic.
I don't know. A lot of Keurigs get me fucking riled up.
Yeah.
Though we have one at work, and I guess the cups are just small enough so that it actually feels like a complete cup of coffee instead of just water.
It's mind tricks, you know?
Yeah, that's what I want. I want a placebo effect for my coffee. I think we're just too positive about coffee usually, so people wanted to know the negative sides. Well, look at my teeth.
Hate coffee, please.
Please do an hour of dragging roasts.
Oh my God.
So real quick, we're just going to take a break to talk to our sponsor, and we'll be right back. All right, guys. Well, your stockings have been stuffed, and what a better way to ring in, you know, ye old 2017 with a new vibrator, honestly.
Yeah, exactly. If you didn't get anything naughty for Christmas this year, you can get yourself something naughty from Adam and Eve.
Or nice, am I right, ladies? So you can go to adamandeve.com for a limited time only, and you'll get 50% off just any item.
Not only that, though, you guys know you get a lot of free shit with this deal. You get 3 free adult DVDs, a free mystery gift, and free shipping on the entire order.
So go to adamandeve.com and use code CWC at checkout. That's CWC at adamandeve.com.
All right, so I think it was last episode, our Christmas episode, there was in a quiz something about people in Poland putting spider webs on their tree.
And spiders, like actual spiders.
So we were like, we're never visiting. But we actually had somebody in our subreddit explain the meaning behind this all. So I'm going to just give a little bit of education here today, guys.
We had a lot of questions that didn't get resolved, so here's time to get some answers.
Okay, they said, I am a certified Pole, TM.
Is that what you call each other?
Are you just a Pole? They put P-O-L-E. Here to educate you guys on the tradition of Polish spiders. So there are many backstories to why this is a tradition. It can't really be called Polish tradition because it's recognized in many Eastern European countries, just like the Christmas pickle, which I actually knew about that one.
I knew about.
Do you know about that?
No.
There's a pickle like ornament. I don't know if it used to be a real pickle or not. But
It
like,
was.
But now it's like an
just
ornament, and like you have to like find the pickle in the tree, and if you find it, then like you get a gift. Like, yeah, like it blends in, so like it's kind of hard.
But on Christmas,
yeah,
pickle.
Just combining everything. I love it.
As a Jew, that was the only one I knew. Because, like, we love our pickles, and plus, I'm just like always there. But,
you
like,
probably walk into a room and you can spot that pickle on that tree from a mile away.
Yeah. And that reminds me of like Passover. We have like a special thing where my lip just like screamed when we hide like matzah, and then you get like a special gift, and it's literally just a piece of matzah like in a piece of paper towel, and like you're looking around for that. It's called the afikomen. Yeah. Jews, right?
Okay. Anyway, as it says, firstly, we don't decorate our trees with live spiders or spider webs.
I would hope not.
We do, however, have spider web ornaments that are silver or gold that kind of look like snowflakes. Okay. So apparently there's a couple of stories behind why this might be, but the first one that they say is their least favorite is that there was a spider that weaved a blanket for baby Jesus when he was in the manger.
What?
So, I mean, okay.
I love goth Jesus. like goth Halloween-inspired nativity scenes. Like, I'm into it.
Combining everything. Halloween, Easter, Christmas. You got everything combined here. And so then the other one that their family goes by is that there was a very poor widow living in a small hut with all of her children. One day a pine cone fell into the hut and it began to grow into a tree. The children were so excited that they were going to be able to have a Christmas tree on Christmas, so they took very good care of it. And when Christmas finally came around, the family was too poor to decorate it. And on Christmas morning, they found that it was covered in webs. And then when the rising sun hit the tree through the door, the spider webs turned into silver and gold, and they were able to have money for the rest of their lives.
Okay.
Whoa.
So
that's a little bit happier.
I like that one a lot. I don't like blankets made out of spider webs.
I love Jesus getting wrapped in spiders. I don't know. There's something kind of like Harry Potter inspired there, and I'm into it.
That sounds like the Lord of the Rings thing where he gets all like
my god.
Up.
Yeah, you haven't.
You haven't
seen Lord of the Rings?
I only saw the first one and then the Hobbit movies. Hey, they came first, you know? Right? They're a prequel.
Yeah.
Whoa, wait.
Yeah, I was like, wait.
We all had it. Alright, so I got an email question here. I've been struggling with depression and suicidal thoughts and anxiety really badly for the last 2 years, and the last 2 years I've also been in an extremely abusive relationship. The person completely consumed my life, cut me off from every single one of my friends to the point where I have a fear of seeing them ever again, encouraged me to drop out of school, etc. I just left the relationship for good, but I don't have anyone left in my life, and I'm completely isolated, which makes my suicidal thoughts even worse. I was wondering if you guys have any suggestions to pull myself up and rebuild my life from scratch. Also, I'd like to say I love the podcast, and I look forward to every time a new one comes out, and I wish the best in 2017 for you guys and your little chunks. Well, we hope the best of 2017 and years to come for you, too.
Yeah, we're making 2017 the year of getting shit done and being, like, boss-ass fucking people.
Like, that's what he's saying.
That's what we're gonna fucking do.
I'm gonna play Animal Crossing. It's fine.
We're gonna fucking keep trucking along. We're gonna do it, guys.
But yeah, I'm sorry to hear about this because that's obviously distressing because, you know, I care about you guys and I don't want to believe that a lot of you guys are dealing with things like this. But, you know, I'm really glad that you were brave enough. And, like, let me just start by commending the courage that you've had already to, like, leave this relationship, because I know that that can be incredibly difficult. I've had friends with similar situations that they've been able to extract themselves from, and it's not fucking easy, and nobody gives you enough credit for getting it done, because I know it can be extremely scary and it can be even unsafe at times. So I'm just, like, you know, really proud of you for making that step.
Yeah, definitely. What I was going to say... Sorry, I lost my train of thought. First thing I would do is that if you kind of allude to the fact that you lost a lot of friends along the way through this, that you cut a lot of ties and stuff, and if you have the strength to, like, reach out to some people that, like, you'd maybe want to have a connection with again, kind of just, like, ask maybe if you can, like, have a conversation with them to kind of explain, like, where you've been, what has happened.
I don't even know if you really have to explain, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like people that leave you in these situations are really fucked up. And, like, I don't know, like, I just think you probably can find one. There's so many communities online that can probably help, especially because there's so many people online sharing stories similar to yours.
Yeah.
And you can find a community of people that have dealt with the same thing as you, and there's, like, a lot of advice and wisdom that you can find there, and I think that's really important. That's why I love online communities so fucking much.
That's why we say, like, all the time, like, you know, if you're, like, in school or college or whatever, like, joining clubs, kind of like the same thing, except just virtual. So, like, just getting into a new group with fresh faces, something in common. Doesn't even have to be like this situation. It could be just like something that you like, a passion project, something like that, and just get into a new group, make some new friends that way.
Yeah, I always recommend, like, getting myself out there and, like, joining something new and being surrounded by all new faces, because you're ultimately gonna meet some amazing people, and you never know what, like, they've already experienced, and you might find yourself, like, really relating to a lot of people that you might not have thought were out there, you know?
Yeah.
And it's fucking difficult. And I mean, if you have thought about therapy, because I've found therapy personally so helpful in overcoming the abuse of my parents, and, you know, I just always can't fucking recommend therapy enough, because it's just so important to, like, have someone that is fucking fighting for you, like, is vying for you, validating you, is gonna make you feel like you are worth something and like you are worth getting better. It's just been, like, it's just something that I know can be so fucking scary, too, to, like, start therapy up. Like, I know it took me, like, literally forever to even, like, fill out the paperwork to get fucking health insurance. Like, I get it. It's fucking terrifying, but, like, once you are already in there, like, you're gonna know that, like, you're dedicating, like, that hour to, like, working on yourself, and that's gonna make you feel, like, less, you know, worthless, because you know that you're working on something, and, like, you're obviously worth something if you took that step to get there, because it's, you know, a big fucking deal, and it shows that you want to get better and you want to, like, improve.
Mm-hmm. So I actually have a question I thought of for Riley here. So you're in a long distance relationship. Yeah. So do you have any tips for how you help, keep that going? Especially since, like, it's an 8-hour difference. Like, that's a hefty difference.
Yeah.
Like,
I've never been in one, so I feel like every time we get asked, I'm like, I have no idea.
Like, we were, like, on, like, break for, like, a month maybe, and, like, 2 hours away from each other. Not even, like, 8 hours of time zone difference.
Like,
so,
like, Wawas, and you're like, wow, the distance.
3 Wawas?
Yeah.
Wait,
you don't have to know.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Is that a unit of measurement?
Yeah.
We'll go with that.
It's a gas station, but,
It's a gas station?
With
I've
good
never heard of
hoagies,
that. With hoagies?
A sub, a grinder.
Wawa
It's
a magical place that is existent only in the East Coast,
and
we
Florida.
miss it. East Coast.
Is that not on the East?
it's
on the East Coast. That's the East Coast.
Florida's its own fucking continent. Shut up. You know it is.
Like, don't associate us with Florida.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Sorry to all my Floridians out there listening. We love you. Come up here. But anyway, so what do you do that, like, really helps out with that?
Oh, man, I don't know. We talk, like, all the time. I don't know if that's the healthiest thing for everyone, but it really works for us because we're both clingy, needy bitches.
Yeah,
so,
obviously every relationship is different, so it's different things.
But I don't know. We're just, like, talking all the time. We try to Skype, like, every day, like, before she goes to bed, because I'm usually, like, it's my afternoon or whatever, and I'm awake. We watch shows, my night, her, like, morning every time.
Right.
Yeah.
And then we just try to have a schedule for, like, what's going to happen next, like, when's next time we're going to see each other. So, like, I know she's coming in like February to come here. I just went there in like November.
Cool.
So like it's as long as you like know the next thing, it's like you have something to look forward to. Like you know the next date that you're going to be together, because otherwise it's just like, oh god, I don't know, I'll see you eventually.
I think like watching shows together, especially since like everything is online now, like that's like the best thing to do. It's like so cool.
Yeah, it's great. Like it blows my mind that we can even do that. It's such a easy
do you use that one app that like lets you have it, and then you're also like in a video chat as well?
I've like seen that, but we haven't. No, we just like we like Skype right before, like set it up, like talk to each other a bit, and then we just close it and like text each other through the thing. Like, it's mostly just like, oh my god, fuck, I can't believe that happened again for like an hour.
We did that one time when we were like not staying with each other, and we were like just watching Grey's Anatomy, I think.
Yeah, but it was horrible because like we were on both of our parents had like horrible really internet, and so it was like buffering. It's like, wait, we gotta stop. Like like I'm loading. Where are you? What timestamp? Like what's? It took us forever to watch an episode of a show.
Do you have the app where like you can hug someone?
Oh god, no. What?
It's like you like press on the front of your phone, and then it'll like light up on their phone, and they can like press back.
Oh my god!
I don't know.
That's kind of cute.
I can't imagine I do that like my little glowworm. Like, I don't know if it's something, you gotta do it.
Hey man, whatever works.
Whatever works. But we would love to like maybe we should do like another like relationships episode, and if you guys have any tips, especially for long distance, because we do get asked that all the time, and we've never like I can't get rid of you. Like, you know what I'm saying?
We should do an experiment one year. I'll just move away for a year.
Let's not do that. We always get asked like, how the fuck do you guys live in such like close quarters? Because like you're seeing our apartment, she's small.
Oh yeah,
it's fine. But like I don't know. I guess we do a lot of like our own things, but in the same room all the fucking time. And I feel like that's what we were doing over Skype as well, like when we were not staying with each other.
Yeah, sometimes we were on Skype, but we weren't like fucking talking to each other. We were just like hanging out.
Just have it set up. You're like watching the other person.
Every once in a while, you'd bring like a cat over, and you were like, "Hey."
Yeah.
And I had like pretzels.
Every once in a while, I did that every single time we Skyped. It was like, okay, so here is all the cats.
Because that was before we even had our own chums, which don't even get me started.
Are you a cat person or a dog person? I have to know right now.
I'm a dog person.
Oh my god!
Like,
but I like cats too. Like I'm not anti-cat.
But
like
they loved you. Like they ran right over to her. Like,
but I just love dogs. Like they love you. Like they actually are around. I don't know. My cats have always like ignored me, and I'm just like meh.
I fucking hated cats until I met Chris's cats, and now like these guys, they're always here. I mean, they have nowhere to go.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, it's one room, but also.
But like when we have a bedroom, I'm keeping that closed. Like they are not leaving. Like they're gonna be out and about. But I feel like that's a thing where people are like, oh, you have cats, so you probably like hate dogs. I don't hate dogs at all. I just like don't want to take care of a dog because it would require me to be scooping shit in the rain all the time here in Seattle.
Oh yeah, it's definitely more effort. I haven't thought that all the way through yet, but
but like I mean like also because of the size of our apartment too, that plays a role. But you have like lots of dogs at home.
Yeah, my house slowly converted from cats to dogs. Yeah.
I was that bird girl, so I mean, I can't even fucking dog. Everyone thinks I'm a weirdo because I have the birds, you know. Not quite a fish person, but not quite like a hamster.
Oh my god! All right, horse girl.
Hey, I was not a horse girl. You have to be a certain kind of like classist to be a horse girl. I feel like you have to like be kind of bougie. That's expensive, going to the stables, and it just sounds expensive. That's Betty Draper. Okay?
If your animal has its own giant house, then, that's a thing.
I mean, arguably, this whole apartment is the cat's, like, giant house.
But, I mean, we live here, too.
But do we? Like, as much as they do. It's really for them. We, like, literally cater everything to them. It's fine.
Oh, my God.
It's healthy. All right, so something I want to talk about. So when we were binge watching your videos, 'cause that's how I prepare for
doing the research.
I watched like your video where you were talking about how you met your girlfriend and how you are. So you identify as trans and a lesbian, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and your girlfriend is bisexual.
Yeah.
So cool. Yeah. I'm fine. I'll tone it down, but like, yay. So something that like I've had experiences, and not like with everyone. I've had like some amazing friends in my life that have also like identified as gay or lesbian that have been so fucking amazing about being bisexual. Like, have you seen like some of the biphobia now like secondhand? Because
so much.
It's so sad that it happens so frequently in gay spaces. And that's where I think like it's the most hurtful for me personally, is from my experience. But
yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, there's so much like that goes on within the queer community that's so like hurtful to watch.
Yeah.
Like biphobia. There's also like when people aren't like binary, when they're like non-binary or genderqueer or whatever. It's I feel like they're like the bisexuals of gender. Like they have the same kind of like, well, like, oh, pick a side kind of thing.
I wish you guys could see the eye roll that I just
it was a severe eye roll.
I get so fucking frustrated, especially when we talk about gender, because people just literally can't. And it's the same thing with bisexuality. They literally cannot commute. They're commuting to work. They can't compute like the idea that you could love like or identify as more than just two things.
I just really don't understand that. Like I recently made a video about like women who like women, like how there are queer women, bi women, pan women, like whatever, and like not every girl who likes girls is gay. And like I've had such a like the beginning response was positive because it's like my community or whatever, but then when like spreads outside of that, it's like people made response videos to me and are like tweeting me being like, but if a girl likes a girl, she's gay. Like that's it. And I'm like, did you watch it? Like have you thought about this at all? Like I don't feel like it's that complicated of a thing to wrap your mind around. And it's never like, oh, I just don't really understand. Like, help me.
It's like
aggressive. It's like, fuck you. Like they cannot like both. Like, and I'm just like, how?
Nobody like, they have these like preset just like ideas and they don't want to take the time to learn something new. And just, like, learn that, hey, spectrums, they're a fucking thing that exists. And so, like, they're just, like, instead of, like, accepting that as reality, they're like, nah, fuck that. That's not true.
That's not how I've been doing it.
That's not how this works, because that's not the way I know it.
Like, that's how I feel about pronouns. So, like, what are your preferred pronouns?
She, her.
Okay.
Yeah.
And, like, I just feel like there are so many people that are like, oh, man, it would be so hard. Because I typically like to approach people using gender-neutral pronouns because I don't fucking know. I'm not going to, like, assume someone's gender.
Do
like,
that until it's made clear.
Yeah, until someone tells me, like, hey, this is what I prefer. Or, like, if I, because sometimes you don't even want to ask what someone's preferred pronouns are because you could be potentially, like, outing them, and that could be, like, unsafe. So you want to do that, like, privately. At least that's what I've heard from people that have told me to do that, And that was something that I didn't know about when I was, younger. And I feel like it takes, like, 2 seconds to, like, make that connection. And to, like, just utilize it in your vernacular. And people are like, I would never refer to someone as they. I'm like, you do it all the time, though.
Yeah, no.
They're around the corner. Like, they'll be right back. Like, it's come so naturally in so many situations. Like, why not just go there? I just don't understand.
No, it blows my mind. It's like people get just stuck in a way and they think that that's the way that it's been done forever and that it has to continue being that way forever.
Yeah.
And like no one realizes that like the way our language is constructed and our conceptions of gender and sexual orientation are all like relatively recent things that have been like way different in the past. And just the refusal to like accept that anything could ever change like pisses me off so much.
Or like just like the lack of thoughtfulness when you could just be neutral in so many aspects too. Like the same people that are like, put the Christ back in Christmas, fuck your happy holidays. Like, oh, sorry that I'm trying to like account for the fact that there are like several other religions that exist during December or November even, and like
I'm sorry that this cup from Starbucks does not have Jesus on it himself.
Like nailed on this cup. Like I don't think it needs to be there. Like, I don't think a company needs to, like, fucking be like, we're this religion only, So it's, like, it's the same thing where, like, why not just use neutral language if it fucking helps? Like, it just makes people feel comfortable, just, like,
Like, again, that, like, in the past elections, like, there was just a thing in, I don't know if it was Washington or Seattle, but it was, like, changing the charter.
It was Washington, I think, of like the whole state.
Yeah, it was like changing the charter to just be all gender neutral pronouns, and it was like a simple fucking thing. And I was like, I was like, this is cool shit to see. This is something I'm voting on. I think it passed too, like if I remember correctly. And so, like, it's just a small little thing, but it's like, hey, this takes, like, 2 seconds to be, like, just, like, have this thought, like, hey, this could be kind of cool to make people
Let's
feel...
make it applicable to everyone.
Yeah. So, like...
Why not, right? Like, especially in, like, a government fucking, like, document that's encompassing, like, a huge state of different people. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I can't understand it. So, well, like, when did you come out as bisexual?
Oh man, it'll be 2 years in January coming up. Yeah.
Did you have like one thing all at once, like family, friends, everybody, or like...
It was more like I knew from a very young age that I liked women, but I also knew that I liked men, which was like fucking confusing for me. Yeah. And I just never really understood until I got older and like the word bisexual was like being thrown around. But I didn't feel comfortable using that word until I was in college, like around like 20, 22 maybe, like in that range. And then I started like coming out to like my friends who were also like queer, and so I felt comfortable, of course. Yeah. And then I just wanted to talk about it on YouTube because I started feeling so comfortable, and like once I moved to Washington like 2 years ago, I was like, I don't want to like come out here and not, you know, be myself, and I feel like it's a fresh start. I'm going to meet all these new people, like I should just fucking go for it. And so I started coming out to people like immediately, like just introducing myself, not being like, I'm Rachel and I'm bi. Like if it came up, you know, or like not really holding back. Something that I do to like assert my sexuality, I don't know if like
assert my sexuality, like asserting your dominance.
Well, like just like so like
be on the bisexual.
Know, it's like I'll just be like, oh yeah, like I'll just talk a lot about like women that I find attractive or something like that, so it's like setting the tone.
You're just like emphasizing it. You're like, this girl is really hot, like, you know? Really.
Because like I just feel like I can sometimes, I mean, especially as I'm dating a fucking man, so it's like obviously, you know, my sexuality is usually assumed for most people, but I finally was like, all right, well, I want to make videos about it because I know that there's tons of bi people out there, and I would love to like just connect with them and like hopefully help people out. And then I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna have to like tell my family probably before I do that. So I did that, and that did not go well, but like the rest of it fucking went great. So like online, it's been amazing. Friends, I've had some like issues, but it's like been people that I'm like, well,
the hair tossing is happening.
It's like that's okay. You're not ready to like have this intelligence level yet. I guess it's fine. But like I've had like relatively good experience, but it's been mostly from like gay communities, especially online, where I feel like I get the most shit, which really sucks because that's where I wanted to like feel kinship, and like I would never be like the same level of prejudice back. I don't know, like it doesn't make any sense to me. Like we've all kind of dealt with some similar type of experience there, so I don't know.
Well, I think especially for like bisexual people who are dating someone of different gender, like people like the gay community feels like you're not gay enough. Yeah, and that's so fucked up. Like
I'm like, okay, well, sorry that like I didn't accept it within myself until I was already in like a committed relationship, and also,
and even if you did accept it already, it's still like bisexual. Like you could still like enter this relationship after the fact, and it's still you're bisexual.
They just don't believe you, and that's where it's like, well, you know, that's fine. You're not me. You're not up in this brain, so you don't have no idea what's going on. But like, there was also like a safety thing for me. Like I wasn't going to date women when I was living at home and knew my parents were like very anti-gay. So like it's not really that big of a stretch. It's like the same thing. I don't know if you've had to deal with this in like the lesbian community, where it's like there's some lesbian women that, you know, feel like, oh, if you've been with a man, then like you're like a separate category. Like some people have to do that just because like they're trying to pass, you know, safety wise and everything.
Yeah,
so it's like
there's a whole like stigma within gay communities of like being like a gold star, like platinum or whatever. Like if you've like touched someone of the opposite of the other gender, it's like you're like stained forever. And like that idea to me is so gross that like you could just throw people under the bus like that instead of being like, yeah, we're all queer, like. You all have like different lives and experiences. Like, you know, it might be easier if like you had an amazing coming out and like you never felt like you had to hide it. You know, like there are so many people.
Like if you've never had to hide it, like that's fantastic. Like that's great.
That's
like,
how everyone should have.
But like, it's no reason to like, you know, shade anybody that wasn't having that safety.
Yeah. And also like you fucking like you might not have like realized, and you were just like. You know, like, we all have experiences, like, dating people that we don't really necessarily think we're going to end up with, or, like, you know, feeling attraction for people. Like, it's just, it's not all black and white. Like, you have to, like, feel around until you find what's right, and that's ultimately, like, what we're all trying to do, right?
That's just the theme of life in general. It's just, we're all feeling around until we find what's right.
Me, especially when I don't have the lights on. And I'm trying to find that bathroom. So that's me every day. Have you had to deal with any of that from like anyone in the gay community for you dating someone who's bisexual?
I feel like the only thing I've run into is because I'm trans, a lot of times, not a lot of times, but like sometimes I run into people who like still think I'm a guy or whatever, and like they're like, well then Fiona's just straight, and I'm like,
oh my god,
like there's just like a domino effect of like bigotry. Like
what the fuck? Like, it's not that.
That's like, I just didn't listen to a single thing you fucking said.
Yeah.
You, like, explicitly are not. Okay.
Yeah, so, like, I don't know. It's there's, like, levels of, like, how woke people are. Like, I feel like the first level is, like, accepting, like, lesbian and gay, and then there's, bisexual and trans, and then there's, like, non-binary stuff. And, like, the people who are, like, almost there are the most aggravating, because I'm like, you accept some people, but not, like, all of them. Yeah. And I'm just like, you're so close.
Like, it's like, let's just let people do their fucking thing and do what they think is, like, best for them and what makes them happy, and, like, that'd be great.
You know what my 2017 goal is for everyone? Let people just, like, take your word for it. Like, if you're going to tell somebody, like, how you identify, what you prefer, and what your identity is, like, just be like, okay, then cool. Because, like, who are we to define someone else? And, like, put us into, like, our own boxes. Like, just let that person, specific individual, like, just tell you how they're feeling. Because that's all that fucking matters. It doesn't matter what we think.
Yeah, that's like, people are always demanding, like, proof. Like, you have to, like, prove that you're bi enough or trans enough or whatever. And I'm just like, it doesn't work like that. Like, there's no reason to have to prove who you are. Like, no one has to prove their straightness. Like
you tell me right now that you don't like coffee. I'm not like, okay, I need you to taste some coffee right now and, like, show me that you can't drink this. Like,
exactly.
You know,
there's not, like, a level of, like, queerness that you have to reach. I feel. And I mean, I might be offending some people that do feel that way, like, that feel that I shouldn't go to gay parades and, like, I shouldn't fucking go to gay clubs. And it's like, well, there's no bi clubs, bitch. So I'm here. Like, I'm here because I want to celebrate all of us.
It doesn't need to even be separate like that. Because I care about this community. I
don't know. I feel like it's just shitty. I hope that as things progress, you know, people will become more accepting of, like, the complexities of sexuality and the little nuances. And, like, not just, like, leave people out, because there's so many people that are going to have, like, different experiences.
I feel like as we are moving on in the future, I feel like with the current, like, political climate, it may not seem this way, but I feel like we are in general moving towards a more, like, accepting world, and it'll take time. The media
is helping too. I mean, not that the media is, like, flawless or anything, but, like, we're starting to see more representation on TV and stuff.
Yeah,
and I think that's going to help.
It's going to take a long-ass time, but I think that we are on the right path. Just talking about things like making the content that you do and the conversations that we have on here and just things like that. Not saying, we single-handedly here at Coffee with Rachel are changing the world, but, like, I'm not. Like,
edit this out. No.
But, yeah, I think that we are on the right path.
I feel like everybody that's, like, especially on YouTube, like, everybody that makes content about, like, gender issues and sexuality and stuff, like, they're so fucking brave. And, like, we need a lot more of that happening. And it needs to not be just, like, a genre of YouTube. It needs to just be like, okay, well, we have many different types of people on YouTube that are just making content, and they also happen to be, you know, bisexual or trans or asexual or whatever. Like, it's just a fucking thing.
No, that's what I love to see, is just queer people, like, doing their thing, like, that aren't, like, educational, whatever, like, because not every queer person has to be the teacher for everyone else.
That's unfair. Like, it's like you know, we should have a lot more, like, just straight cis people out there that are fucking, like, taking the time to actually look into these things because they're not their experience, but, like, get to know the language. You know, I feel like it's lazy that they just expect us to explain everything to them. Like, you know, like, I'm happy to explain bisexuality to people that don't fucking get it, because I get that it's confusing for some people. And, I mean, I just don't think that we have to do all the work. Like, I'm sure, like, our voices help, but, like, there's also has to be, like, pushback from the other side.
Communication, two-way street, you know, a whole thing like that.
Yeah, you get me.
So I think we should round this off with, do you have any goals for 2017? Some resolutions as we're getting to the end of the year.
I don't know. I haven't thought that far ahead yet. I'm still trying to, like, work out the rest of 2016.
I know.
Trying to make sure we get through the rest of these, like, last couple days.
I know. Because, like, honestly, my 2017 is going to start rough because my therapist is going on a leave of absence. So I'm like, well, you know, I'm not going to need it at that point, you know, Trump and everything. I'm just kidding. But, like, my goal for 2017 is to just, like, you know, really sink myself into, like, the new work that I've been doing and, you know, keep trucking with this podcast because I enjoy it so much, and to just, like, spend a lot more time on, you know, things for myself, because I get really wrapped up in, like, I don't know, I just feel like I don't take as much time to, like, nurture myself as I probably should. Like, I don't feed myself as often as I should, you know? Like, I'm very, like, I'm very bad, like, I don't see doctors often, you know? Like, I just need to, like, fucking take better care of myself this year, and I think a lot of that will help with, like, me being on a more regular routine with my new job and everything, but, you know, that's my job. My goal.
I would say my goal is kind of along the similar lines of just, like making sure that, like, I don't stress myself out as much about a lot of different things that I may not have direct control over.
Oh, you know? That's my life.
Like,
good luck.
Well, like,
no offense, but...
you know, like, I want to, like, obviously we're gonna have some challenges this year with the new president and things like that, but, you know, I want to also not be doom and gloom the entire time and have, like, do things that I can actually affect and change to have, like, good experiences. Not make it all just, like, it's horrible.
Yeah, because there's still a lot that you can do locally, and you're still going to be voting in the primaries. And, I mean, you just have to, like, affect change, like, within yourself, like, in your own community. Even if it's, like, for the environment, too. Like, all of the changes that you can make to, like, help the earth, since we're probably not going to have, you know, politically that happening.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's something that you can at least do yourself and know that you're making some sort of change, even if, like, legislation might not be happening for that.
Yeah, I don't know. There's going to be so much activism required in the next 4 years.
We need to, like, not shut the fuck up. This is not the time to become complacent and indifferent and just treat it all like this big meme.
Yeah.
Like, we gotta fucking be out there and...
The meme window is over. You know, we got the memes in for the election, but now it's like, okay, now we actually have to be serious.
Yeah. Honestly, the whole thing has just been so grave. And, like, I get it. Like, a lot of people turn to, like, comedy, like, during these times because it's, like, you want to, like, make light of this situation. But, yeah, we really just need to, like, be focused on affecting change right now and doing what we can while this part might not be in our control.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it ever in our control? It is. If we actually get the fuck out there.
And so how about you for next year?
All right, let's see. Well, I'm working a lot on my career and doing more, like, social justice things. Like, I've started doing public speaking recently.
Cool.
And I want to do more of that, and I just want to be, like, doing more writing and editing and video stuff that has to do with social justice. Like, I want to shift more of my freelance stuff towards that and just, like, I don't know, do everything I can in that aspect and, like, try to make it my living and, like, what I do.
Not get any more exploding phones in your mail, okay? Like, makes sense.
And I would say, like, does everybody have something that they're looking forward to this year? Because I know, like, I'm, like, low-key not looking forward to a lot of things, but...
Looking forward to in 2017.
In 2017. Me, personally, I'm looking forward to my birthday because we're actually going to fucking do something for once. I'm, like, a flop on my birthday every year, like... I just don't do anything. I'm like, I'll just eat stuff. Like, that's pretty much that's how I do things. But we're gonna actually, like, go on vacation, which we don't fucking do. It's only gonna be like for 2 days.
Wow, crazy.
Can't leave the chunks that long. But, I don't know. That's what I'm looking most forward to this year. But
looking most forward to, is it lame if I say a fucking video game?
No,
because I'm looking forward to the new Legend of Zelda game. Like that.
It's that guy.
Yeah, I'm that guy because it looks amazing, and I want to get back into that world.
When does that come out?
March.
Oh, that's like right around your birthday. That's cool.
Yeah. Hint.
So I'm gonna get you some socks. What about you?
Literally, the only thing I can think of are TV shows. Like Supergirl's coming back. Sense8's gonna be a thing again. I'm sure there's like 800 others. I'm forgetting.
House of Cards.
Oh yeah.
Also, birth sign. What are you? Because I'm a Pisces.
I don't know.
You don't know? What's your birthday?
No, I don't want to tell you because you're going to tell me what it is.
Oh, I don't know any, like, important... I'm not, like, one of those people...
We only know that Pisces cry a lot, basically.
And it's true. For me, at least. I just want to know.
Oh, it's February 14th.
Oh my god, you're a Pisces too, I think. Maybe not.
Maybe.
You could be an Aquarius. Either way, you're a water sign and I'm into it. So it's fine. He is too, it's fine.
Yeah.
I really don't know anything. I just like to know, you know? It just puts
I don't think I am a Pisces, but whatever. We go with it.
Yeah, we just pretend.
I don't know, man. I'm so, like, your audience will probably hate me, but I'm so, like, anti-astrology
I don't,
stuff.
I'm just, like, you know, I use it for the BuzzFeed quizzes, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, true. You gotta take those BuzzFeed quizzes. And I like to put the blame on the planets when I can. Because basically right now all of our actions are not actually ours because Mercury's in retrograde, so that's pretty cool. I like taking the blame off, but only when it applies to me. Like, normally the rest of the year I'm like, I don't know if I buy this. Like, I don't know what the moon's doing.
I couldn't tell you what Saturn doing anything means, or Mars. Like, I only know Mercury when it's in retrograde. Things are fucked up.
And it's in the fish. Don't eat fish. There's Mercury in there.
Oh my god.
And that is my astrology segment. Well, shit, I think that's pretty much it for this episode.
Yeah, so thank you so much, Riley, for coming on the show.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
We'd love to have you back, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so why don't you tell everybody where on every social media.
Oh, God. I'm Riley J. Dennis, like everywhere. Jay.
Oh, okay.
Twitter, everything, YouTube, I don't know. You'll find me.
That's nice. Mine's not as content.
Content.
I was going to say continuity, but that's not the
That's not a sentence.
But you get what I was trying to say. All right. Well, anyway, thanks for having a cup of tea with us.
Thank you.
And
oh my God.
We'll see you in the next one, guys. Yeah, we do that.
I was like, what are you doing?
All right, binchos.
Hope you enjoyed the final episode of 2016. Didn't realize that it was going to be the last episode of 2016.
Wait, really?
Yeah, next one's on New Year's Day.
Okay, well, it's still it's on the cusp.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into this. We got Nicole Dowling starting it off, who is watching all of Downton Abbey.
Alicia McKee is looking for their keys in their backpack.
Kimberly Proza is watching Kim Possible.
Sammy Jessam is listening to Jesse McCartney on repeat.
Me. Kayla Harding is crunching on a hard gingerbread cookie.
Alicia Schreiner is doing an Alicia Silverstone makeup tutorial.
Bailey Lynn is rolling a bale of hay.
Jackie Goldfarb is hanging a golden spider web on their Christmas tree.
Sloane Nolan is writing a fan letter to Christopher Nolan.
Sarah Booth is serenading their crush with Josh Groban.
Megan Rackley is playing racquetball with the Gilmore Girls.
Kate Convery doesn't know how to convey how excited they are.
About what?
Who knows? Vague. It's vague.
Taylor Collins is on call at the oncologist.
Emma Corbeil is Emilio Estevez.
Classic. Heather Ann really likes Anne in Parks and Rec.
Ann Perkins. Sloan Fuller is binge watching Fuller House Season 2.
Angelica Feliz loves Jell-O pudding packs.
Stephanie Oliver is actually Oliver Twist.
Whoa, plot twist. Melanie Weldon likes their meat well done.
Sylvia Ehrlichman-Gross is worried about the gross domestic product.
The GDP. Juanita Cara is wanting their New Year's Eve to be lit.
Annie Wynn can't believe winter just started.
Danielle Manus is wondering why Gordon Ramsay is always yelling.
Cassandra Lee is sanding a new wooden chair.
Emma Nygren is buying store-brand NyQuil.
Courtney Hall is doing laps on the basketball court.
Becca Jansen is faving all of January Jones' Instagram pics, aka me.
Angela Sue is getting grossed out watching Supersize Me.
I can't get through that one. Michelle North is going to northern Canada for the new year.
Aaron Bray is buying an Erin Condren planner.
Erin Condren. Jada Goshi is going to the Seattle Center for New Year's Eve fireworks.
My Elizabeth is getting a bath bomb from Lush.
Ishbel Mendez is a big fan of Bellatrix Lestrange. Whoa. Ian Murphy, by the way, fuck you.
What?
Because he said he really likes fucking Bellatrix,
oh my
and I'm
God.
mad.
Talia Miller loves a tall glass of OJ.
Kat Vallejos is playing Monument Valley. I want to replay it.
Margarita needs a margarita after the holidays.
Avery Labelson is talking to LaBelle in Animal Crossing New Leaf.
Daisy Blossom Dottie is watching their new kitten blossom into a robust chunker.
Every parent's wish. Emily Lewis just started watching Empire.
Chloe Archer was not impressed by the St. Louis Arch.
Anthony Hood has been hoodwinked.
Mariah Hannah hopes they'll still play Mariah Carey's Christmas song on the radio.
Elizabeth Hallbrook is visiting Christmastown, USA, aka Bethlehem.
Jennifer Habgood is watching the Goodyear blimp pass overhead.
Madison Greer is wondering why clouds look green.
Madison Wolfe was rooting for the big bad wolf in Three Little Pigs.
Megan McNally is diving in to a McFlurry.
Skylar Medley will never want to go skydiving.
Megan Preyes is receiving praise for their well-written essay.
Corey Springfield has a spring in their step with these new Nikes.
Ilka cannot decide between soy milk or almond milk.
How about coconut milk? Jax is having trouble working a fax machine.
Whoa, Jax, chill. Nicole Allen is drawing a sketch using charcoal.
Courtney White's New Year's resolution is to go whitewater rafting.
Bridget Carey Davis is going to Dave & Buster's to bust some Daves.
Jennifer Cornwall is trying to find crop circles in this cornfield.
Sophia Cock is cocky after getting everything that they wanted from their Christmas list.
Ash Roselle is watching vintage Ashton Kutcher on Punk'd.
Vintage. Jackie Burkhart does not like the taste of jackfruit.
Beth Fonseca is dipping a strawberry into chocolate fondue.
Jackie Virgulio wants to see the new Jackie movie.
Christina Contreras is listening for noises in a conch shell.
Catherine Simpson is making a simple mug cake.
Marlene Naj is leaning towards getting the iPhone 7 Plus over the regular iPhone 7.
Ian Murphy is feeding the swans at the lake in Millersville.
Rebecca O'Donnell's favorite reindeer is Donner.
Kendall Berg is pasting birch tree decals on their wall,
Oh my
aka
God.
me in 2012.
Allie McGregor is trying Gorgonzola cheese for the first time.
Hope it was Gorgie. Megan Grilly is hanging out with the grill master, Bobby Flay.
Chloe Ireland is closing the door on 2016 and never looking back.
Taco Roach is making a taco with the leftover Christmas ahi.
Cassandra Buckout is pulling a buck out to give to the Salvation Army Santa person.
Haley Cadwalder would rather shop at Target over Walmart. I think we can get a name in there.
Camellia Malky is fighting crowds at the mall to return some gifts.
Maddie Pullman is studying penguins at the South Pole.
Amanda Marie is Ree Drummond, a.k.a. the Pioneer Woman.
And what's see what my husband's doing on that dusty truck? Allison Francois is listening to Frank Ocean.
Caitlin Whalen is playing Whale Trail on their phone.
Cody Robinson is wondering what happened to Rob Schneider.
Lauren Chavone hopes to own a Tesla one day.
Dana Daly likes to read the Daily Mail.
Megan Wilson is fighting Ganon in The Legend of Zelda.
Claire Wood is putting more wood on this fire.
Kelly Adams is adamant on getting the best deal on a new phone.
Anna Hernandez is lost in the desert.
Jenna Gordonier loves Jenny Slate's character in The Secret Life of Pets.
Same. Sarah is staring at a shooting star.
Flynn and Drew are watching an interview with Drew Barrymore.
Bridget Dubin is doodling in their new notebook.
Hillary Gay got a Marvin Gaye discography for Christmas.
Mackenzie Knight is being knighted by the Queen, so that's lit.
And Rachel Evans is eventually going to go to Mars.
Aren't we all? I can't wait to see you there, Rachel. All right, so the rest of the Binch Bunches, we've got Ashley Reifenberger,
Sonia Vazbrun,
Joanna Jensen,
Rebecca Edmondson,
Mallory,
Allie Malone,
Kathleen Wynn.
Rose Barnett.
Well, thank you guys so much. Also, I got a Christmas card from Rose Barnett, and she ended it with like, and I...
The last bench and bench down or
yeah,
something like that.
I was like, oh my god, you're right.
Also, shout out you guys. We went to our P.O. box the other day. We haven't talked about this yet on the show, and like, you guys are so fucking nice.
I know, like the most Christmas cards I feel like I've ever received with all of your pets. It was amazing.
Oh my god, everybody's family photos like with their pets was fantastic.
And you got Hannah Peterson, who blessed Squeezy with that zesty lemon toy that's filled with organic catnip, and he was like flipping the fuck out. I've never seen him more youthful.
He was a little kitten again, and it was something special.
Yeah, so thanks guys so much. We hope you had a wonderful holiday, and we'll see you, oh my god, see you next year. Haven't showered since last year.
Bye.
Bye.
That was a HeadGum podcast.